DJ Deesea is a vibrant masked DJ and producer from Fort Worth in Texas, who's on the line here just now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you here. Now, first of all, we shall just address the elephant in the room. You don't have a bad throat. We've just put a voice changer on you because you are a masked artist, aren't you? So
Yes.
Why did you decide to cover your identity?
That's a very, very good question. You know, today's society, it's been really, really hard for me to express who I am. And I felt like with the music that I was producing, coming out with the face that I have, I wouldn't get very much listeners or any popularity. I mean, I'm not the greatest looking guy. I look in the mirror and I see a lot of bad things in myself, and I know I'm not the only one. So that's what I try and perceive in my music. I try and make escapism music. I try to let the world know how I feel. Instead of going out into the world and showing all this negativity, I don't want to be like that. I want to be a good person. And by doing that, by making you tap your feet, I've done my job.
Yeah, that's certainly true. I mean, it does surprise me a bit that you would go to that much effort, because some people might not like the way you look and then listen to your music. Do you think that most people, though, still just care about the music?
No. Whenever I listen to today's music, honestly, most of it's mainstream. A lot of people only like music because of that person or because of what they've done in the past. All of today's real celebrities are either good looking, have a great body, have a great social media presence. I have zero social media presence. I'm a nobody, and that's okay with me. I don't want people to know who I am. That stuff doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is having people listen to my music and have a great time listening to it. Yeah. If it makes you feel sad, okay. If it makes you feel happy, that's great. I just want you to feel something in my music.
Yeah, and I suppose it keeps your privacy as well, doesn't it? Nobody's going to know what you look like and find out all this stuff about you.
Exactly. And to be honest, with me wearing this mask, maybe someone would be like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool, and then follow me. I mean, look at the other masked DJs out there. I mean, I listen to their music. I'm not going to name names. We all know who the masked DJs are out there. Yeah. But I think their music is horrible. I sit there and I watch their live performances. For 30 minutes straight, they have the same beat. And people are going crazy for this music. And I'm like, why? I mean, honestly, it's not very good music. I mean, yeah, there's EDM. I mean, people like what they like, but me personally, I just think it's garbage. And everyone says that a song has to have a certain structure. Yeah. My songs range from 3 minutes to 9 minutes. My goal is to take you on a journey.
Yeah. Is there a risk, maybe, if you're a masked artist, that some people could imitate you? You know, maybe they could find the exact same mask somewhere and then you're not unique anymore.
That would actually flatter me a lot if someone were to do that. If someone follows in my steps, go right ahead. Anybody can do anything. I'm not saying, hey, this is me and no one can copy me. Do it. If you think you can make music just as good, please do. The world needs more music, but this is who I am and this is who I want to be.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that one of the reasons you wear a mask is because of today's society, and you've actually done a project called Today's Society, which is a reflection of the world we live in. So tell us just a little bit about that project, really, and how you came up with it.
Yeah, well, our souls are tethered to our devices. They're fed a constant stream of negativity, hatred, and tragedy. Basically, today's society is a reflection of the world that we live in. The desire to let go of all that keeps us tethered to this world, to escape. Basically, this album... Basically, I just want to take you on a journey, okay? And this whole album, it's rooted in escapism. I just want everybody to just relax, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Yeah. And how long did it take you to come up with it?
You know, so I've been making music since I was a little kid, I guess you could say. I mean, not little kid. I was in high school. We're all kids at heart at that point, and I was just messing around with different beats. I'll tell you one thing: my very first beat was horrible, very, very bad. You know, I wasn't born to just make music. I learned. I sat there. I made stuff. If I don't like it, I restart. And all these songs on this album, I've made in one full day.
Wow.
Yes, sir. I sit there. I sit down, I put on my headphones, I get into my music. I start from the bass,
Yeah.
and I just go. I have no thought process. It just boom, there it is. Everything that you hear is just from my head.
Wow.
And that
Yeah. And it's an all instrumental album. Did you do that because of your anonymity, or do you just like instrumental songs anyway?
I sure do. My biggest or my favorite kind of music would be hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't understand a word that these guys say in their songs. I know about 80% of the people that listen to that music have no idea what they're saying. And that's okay. That's just how it is nowadays. But I just love the music behind it.
Yeah.
And the sounds. And me personally, I can't sing. And I would love to have people sing on my tracks. That's my next goal. But I just love making music, love making beats.
Yeah. And where did the name DJ Deesea come from, by the way?
Yeah, so DC is actually my initials. So I thought I'd be a little bit creative. And I like SEA because my music it's a sea of emotions. You'll be chilling with the tidal waves just barely going, and then all of a sudden a big old wave will come over you.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Is there a style of instrumental that you do mostly? Is it hip hop, or could it really be any instrumental style?
Whenever I try to explain what my music is, I just call it alternative dance, EDM, hip hop. There's no real word for what it is. So you'll be listening to one of my songs, you'll think it's very, very chill and relaxing, and then all of a sudden, bam, it goes into a hip hop song. I want to change the way that music's made, not be forced to go through a chorus, intro, bridge, all that.
Yeah, that's quite important. You want to do things that are different from the norm and make you unique, don't you?
Yes, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
I want people to just enjoy it. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And there's a cool design on the front and back of the album Today's Society. Who designed that?
Everything that I do is 100% me. I'm doing this all by myself. I've been making these songs for about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years now, and about a few months ago, I really, really decided, hey, you know what? This is what I want to do. So I put the money and put the effort in to get it, to get my UPC code, to get everything, all good. And here we are. I'm on Spotify now. I've only been there for 2 weeks. I already have I'm one away from 299 followers, 2,400 monthly listeners. In just 2 weeks. I mean, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm doing really good for having zero social media presence.
Yeah, absolutely. Are people just finding you naturally then?
Yeah. So I've been making a few CDs, sending them out to some buddies of mine. Yeah. Those just get out. Word spreads nowadays. I've been also doing some promotion online. Been trying to get my music out to a few radio stations. I've been successful in that.
Yeah. And how do you actually write a song? Because a lot of people maybe start with the lyrics and they have an idea about what they want the song to be about. But if it's instrumental songs, I guess it's a bit of a different process, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I just sit down. Thankfully I work from home, so I don't have to go out and be away from my computer. But whenever I have time, I'll sit there for as long as I can and make a song.
Yeah.
So honestly, what this music is, it's just my emotions at the time. I could be super, super happy, and there's a happy song, or I could be super depressed, like I've been in the past.
Yeah.
And just make a depressing song.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned as well that this album currently is perfect to listen to if you're at the gym or when you need a positive boost. Is that intentional? Like, is that the mood you're feeling at the time, quite positive?
Yes. About a few years ago, I was in a very, very bad place mentally, and I went and got help, which is okay. I think everyone should be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I instead took that negativity of sorrow, clouded my mind, and I weaved it into a plethora of echoing positivity, and I'm just waiting to splash into speakers around the world.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. Whenever I first heard my song on the radio, I mean, I gotta admit, it turned up just a little bit.
Now, as well as mental health, you've had your struggles with physical health as well, haven't you, with your 3 heart surgeries? How's that
Yes.
affected you in your life and musically as well?
I live every day to the fullest. Being that close to death and having so many. I've actually had 8 surgeries total, 3 heart surgeries. I've had 8 broken bones. I've been through enough pain, physically and also emotionally. So I just try to live life like I have God right next to me, and that gets me through the day.
Yeah. Now, do you ever fear, as a masked artist, that somebody could expose you one day, maybe?
That's definitely a fear of mine. It's happened to a lot of other masked artists. But to be honest, my main goal is just having people listen to my music and enjoy it. If that were to come out, so be it. I don't think anybody would really care. I mean, if you want to see I walk by people, in real life, and I'll tell you about 1% of people actually look back or actually pay attention, and that's okay. That's just how it is. But yeah, it doesn't scare me at all. No.
Yeah, it depends. Because I guess if it turned out that you were a celebrity in disguise, then that would be of interest to people. But I'm guessing you're not.
No, definitely not a celebrity right now. And if I ever do, that's fine. People can like me. That's my goal, is to have great music. But they don't like me. They like my mask, or they like the things that I say.
Yeah.
They'll never know me. And the people that do know me, they barely even like me too.
Yeah. I guess you mentioned that you share CDs with your friends and things, so I guess they know the real you.
Yeah, I've been very self-conscious about my music. Even when I was first making it, I would show it to my family and never really got the reaction I wanted. So, I wasn't really confident. But when I started listening to this music from these other mass DJs, I was like, wow, my music is, to me, it's way better than theirs.
Yeah.
And if there's thousands and thousands of people going crazy for this, man, you got to see what I got. So that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what's coming up for you in the not too distant future? Have you got more albums and songs that you're planning to release?
So I've got about 30 songs that I've been working on. 12 of them are already released. The others are not quite ready yet. I don't think I want to put them all in one album. My next album, I definitely want to have a few artists singing on them. So that's my next goal, to have a half instrumental and half lyrical album in the future. And I'm not going to rush it. There's no rush for those kind of stuff. This album, Today's Society, that's a 4 or 5 year process. So
yeah. In the meantime, where can we find your current album, Today's Society, and all the music that you've released in the past as well?
Yeah, so I only have that one album. That's my debut album. We released 3/1/22. Yeah. You can find me on Spotify, DJ Deesea, Deesea. I have a Twitter as well. Just type in DJ Deesea music. Pretty sure that's what it is. And you can also find me on Facebook as well, DJ T. I'm the only one out there.
Yeah.
So, if you can't find me, then maybe you're not typing it in, right?
Yeah.
You can also find a few of my songs on YouTube, but I definitely want people to go to my Spotify.
Great. Well, many thanks for coming on the show today. It's been great talking to you.
Yes, you as well. Thank you so much.